we had a crisis. We had to act very fast. Everything crashed. The call center crashed, the system, the cloud, and everything.
Welcome to another episode of Roots and Narrative with me, Rida Alwan.
And me, Naba Al Madani. And today we have an amazing guest. We are in Baghdad actually. We're recording in Baghdad. That's why the studio is different today.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're really excited to be here.
We are indeed.
So for all our followers, please like, share and subscribe. It's so important for us to grow this platform with your help. As you guys know now, it's starting to get a bit smaller. We're now at like 72% of the viewers don't subscribe. So please subscribe, like and share, comment. You know, give us feedback. We absolutely love it.
Yeah, and the more you subscribe and share and press the notification button, the more content we can have for you, the more you will enjoy our episodes and you won't miss anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So who do we have today?
So today we have an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
We have a well-traveled person.
Yes, we do indeed.
An international person in his own right. He's got his doctorate.
Yeah.
And he's done it in the most weirdest country possibly for an Iraqi.
I know, right? Iraqis don't go there much.
No.
I mean, they probably do, but not to stay that much.
The language barrier.
Language barrier. He's lived out there for a while.
Studied, master's, PhD.
And he's really familiar with the culture as well. And we can't wait to share all this information with you guys, or I can't wait for him to share all this information with you guys. So without further ado,
welcome. Muniqith.
Thank you.
Muniqith Alazzawi, the co-founder of Baly in Iraq.
Baly, the one and only.
How are you?
I'm very well. Welcome to Iraq.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's good to be here.
It's always a pleasure to see more Iraqis going back to their hometown.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
I share the same story of actually living abroad and then hoping to somehow come to Iraq and contribute. And that one of the dreams that I have got ticked off. That was amazing. And you were just saying language barrier. I would say food barrier.
Oh, food barrier.
Yeah,
oh, yes.
But not to me.
Of course.
But mostly, even for Iraqis. I remember back in the 90s when they visit me in the UAE, we come back to UAE stories later on. We were introducing to them to seafood, and specifically shrimp. And they found it very weird.
Really?
How to eat that? What is this?
Yeah,
It's just very weird food, and we're not gonna eat this. And obviously, shrimp is one of the things.
It's a delicacy in most of the world.
One of the things that we love.
Yeah.
But so obviously, when I went to China, and they were just put the language barrier aside. It's like, man, how are you surviving with all this weird food that they eat and they have there? And honestly, I was shocked. In China, they don't eat that thing we see in social media or the news.
Chili with bazazi and the dogs and the cats. And
they find it even weird that actually we talk about that.
Yeah.
So no, we don't eat that kind of stuff. But I've met people who do.
There's always going to be a few.
Yeah. But the only thing that I found it weird that they love a lot of oily food, and
really,
yeah,
The food is quite oily.
Yeah,
though,
because they're cooking in the wok and it needs a bit of oil to keep it moving.
And
yes.
A friend of mine told me that if the food doesn't have that much of oil where you can actually see the oil surface above the food, they don't see it as a proper food. And even they tell me when they travel to Europe, they feel it very odd, and they don't like it because there's no oil in it.
There's no oil, there's no flavor, because they're also like spicy, don't they?
Yeah.
The chili oil, right?
Yeah.
They call it Sichuan food.
Sichuan, yeah.
But that's the thing that actually bothered me. It's not the whole...
Not the language.
Not the whole insect eating cuisines.
Okay.
Not the weird thing, the oil thing. I can't handle a lot of oil. Yeah. But everything else was amazing.
Oh, we can't wait to hear all about it.
So, and we normally start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, where did you actually? Let's first clarify. You are 100% Iraqi. Okay. So that's
Yeah, no Chinese.
There's no Chinese
no
there.
Chinese in
There's no
there.
Chinese brothers. Nothing else.
100% Iraqi, both in citizenship and culture and spirit
Alhamdulillah.
and
shukr.
everything. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. shukr. Which part of Iraq are your parents from?
My father is from Baghdad,
Okay.
the Alazzawi of Baghdad,
Okay.
and my mom is from the Alazzawi of Diyala.
They're not related though,
Probably distant cousins.
Distant
yeah.
cousins, yes.
because they can't be related. Because Alazzawi is
Alazzawi is
such a
huge.
right.
Yeah, very big.
It's like the Smiths
Yeah.
Oh, really?
in
Yeah, we're the
UK.
Smiths of Iraq. So, yeah, so my father from Baghdad, from, I think from, what do you call it? Adamiya, or there's some place in Adamiya called Al-Fadl, something like that.
You're
Where
asking
all
the wrong
the-
person. We
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah,
got
we
a
don't
clue.
know.
It's
Yeah.
known to be one of the most troublemakers who live there.
Okay.
And
Oh,
they
so you're
told
saying
me,
your father's a troublemaker?
they say Azawis used to be a troublemakers back on the Ottomans, the late
Okay.
Okay.
late
So-
70s, 80s.
Yeah. So they defended their country.
True. I'm not sure if they were part of the whole term shaqawchiya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jokers.
Okay.
Yeah, but he just tell me stories about how Azawis are kind of in Fadl, etc. My mom is from Azawi of Diyala.
Yeah.
And Azawi of Baghdad and Diyala, they always have this joke between them saying, oh, we're from Baghdad, right? And then
هم محافظات.
and then Azawi say from Hafadat. And then they say, the Diyala of Azza say, oh, you remember when Baghdad suffered a flood? Who took care of you?
There you go.
We did.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's always that rivalry.
I don't know, it's just a little banter between them.
Yeah.
I'm in between and just see the both sides. I was like, man, I'm just happy. I'm one of the Azawis.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. So this is where kind of my surname is. My dad, kind of, when he finished high school, he went to the UK,
Okay.
particularly in Kent, and he studied his bachelor's there.
Okay.
When he graduated, before he graduated, he heard a couple of Iraqi colleagues in Kent that they are moving to Dubai, and they did, and they told him, "Oh, it's booming. It's not yet booming, but they're saying that
up
it's
and coming
yeah,
country."
exactly. Just come there, etc., etc." And I'm not sure if I can say this, but they said, "Oh, you come there, and we'll find you a job, and you can come and work with us, etc." And he said, "All right, this sounds promising." He moved to Dubai, and was like, "Okay, where's the job that you promised?"
Oh, really?
And I said, "Oh no, I thought I was just saying." And then he was like, "Okay." The minute he landed in the United Arab Emirates, it's not Dubai, it's United Arab Emirates. He stayed in Sharjah
Okay.
with all the love that we have in Sharjah, but that's a fact. The first day he stayed in Sharjah, electricity went off, and it was very hot, and it was like, no.
What year are we talking about?
It was around 1980.
Okay.
So still, yeah.
So it's the early days.
Yes. And he's like, no, I can't stay with this heat. So the same day he packed his things, went to Dubai, and stayed there ever since. Yeah.
Wow. So were you born in Dubai?
Exactly. That's the questions most asked. Is like, did you born in Dubai? I was like, no.
Okay.
I was born in Iraq, specifically in Diyala.
Okay.
But in my mom's kind of summer vacation, she was invited to some wedding, etc. My dad had to work, so my mom went there alone. And then suddenly she felt she went in labor. She was coincidentally in Diyala. I was born there. I even visited the hospital that I was born in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. it had a previous name. It changed to a different name. No need to say the names. So ever since I heard the story that I was born in Diyala, because I didn't comprehend where I was born. I was a little child, and we went back to Dubai. I got attached to Diyala.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's why I named my daughter Diyala.
Oh.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's a beautiful name.
Yeah, thank you. Every time there's an opportunity to go to Iraq, I immediately go to Diyala.
Okay.
And how far is Diyala from Baghdad?
I think it's an hour.
Okay.
No drive.
Hour
Okay.
drive, yes.
Is it still classified as part of Baghdad, or is it not
No,
completely
it's
separate?
a complete state.
Okay.
Yeah, or governorate.
Yeah.
It has somehow. I think officially its capital is Baquba, where I actually from and born there.
Okay.
Baquba, very hard name in English, but it is what it is. Yeah. So that why I always, even my Instagram, I say I'm from Diyala, even though usually have to say you are following your dad's kind of origin, which is from Baghdad.
Baghdadi.
Yeah. So there's a love for Baghdad,
Of course.
but Diyala tops it up.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
So after your mom gave birth, you moved straight back to Emirat, Dubai?
Yeah. So I was born, and then she obviously got back where she lives in Dubai, and all my siblings actually, I call them the proper Dubaians, because they were born there,
Dubai.
except me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even there's a joke, saying one day the UAE government will give citizenship to those who only born in the UAE.
But that's not true, is it?
No.
That's not true.
Yeah. And
If it is one day, it's not anytime soon.
yeah. And whenever they say this joke, is like, except you. It's like,
Just tell them it's okay. I'm like mom and dad.
yeah. Yeah. And so we grew up in Dubai. We did school, high school, even bachelor degree there. There was at one point, this nobody knows this actually. There's one point where it was easier to get a UAE citizenship.
Okay.
It was back in the 90s. You just apply. And I told my dad,
Why
because
didn't
his
he?
best friend actually got it.
Okay.
So,
So why didn't he do it?
yeah, exactly. So he told me that we went both to this place where you submit the papers and all. And he told me, I just didn't like the queue. And just left it.
No.
It's like that. Such
Yeah.
an Iraqi thing, though,
Yeah,
isn't
Yeah.
it?
he just, I was like, okay. Back then, our passport was okay. It was
It
the
was-
citizenship was okay.
But it wasn't anything special, yani, Chan.
Yeah, and he was like, that was back then in UAE, having this citizenship and forfeiting your original citizenship.
Oh yeah, because then you have to give up your.
Yeah,
your-
yeah.
You can't have dual nationality.
Yes, in UAE.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, back then I was like, why would I do that? I mean, I'm Iraqi, always gonna be Iraqi.
Can I ask you a question? Because quite a lot of our guests have said this.
Yeah,
Is that their parents always said, "I'm going back."
yeah.
Did your dad have that mentality?
He actually built a house for that.
To come back here.
Yeah, I mean, he built a house in Zayuna with all the Dubai standards, swimming pool in the basement. It was a proper 5-star house in Zayuna. And he was like, okay, one day we're all gonna go back. Obviously, those ideas was before 2003.
Of course.
But then 2003 happened. My dad said, no way. No, I'm happy where I am. I'm gonna stay in Dubai.
So what our parents?
Yeah,
It's like when the opportunity arose,
yeah,
they're like متعود على النظام,
Yeah.
متعود على
Really comfortable.
متعود على الكهرباء, متعود على السيفتي, متعود على البروتوكولات.
yeah.
You know,
Obviously,
they still come back, they still
Yeah.
visit, and they want to spend a lot of time here.
yeah.
But it's that they're
Yeah.
used to the old. The
That's
old ways.
exactly what I'm about to say. one of the times that I discussed with my mom and dad, okay, just come to Iraq and visit after 2003. He said, no, if I come to Iraq, I still have the Iraq image of me of the 1970, 80, and 90. And I don't want to change that.
Yeah.
If I come there, I will be shattered. That image will be shattered. So I'm not going to visit.
We actually spoke to a person yesterday.
My husband.
Yes.
My husband
Yes,
said
it
the
was-
same thing. When he left in 2000, never came back until 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Remember what I was telling you about, and he came 2 years ago. Because the same thing. He's like,
I have an image. I don't want to ruin it.
Exactly. But then after I had my daughter here, Diyala, and he started missing her,
Okay.
and he was forced to come every once in a while. Yeah.
really? Okay.
So they only came 2 years ago as well for the first time.
Yes.
Oh my God. That's.
Yeah.
No, I mean.
Imagine even he comes here, he didn't do the whole residential card thing.
Oh.
Just I'm gonna come for a visit, and then I'm just gonna come back. Right now, I'm just convincing him to have this residential card because I have siblings who are not married,
Okay.
Yeah.
so
They-
they have
they-
to
they-
rely on
him, yeah.
my father's residential card. I'm married. I have my own residential card. They cannot rely on it.
No.
Yeah.
It could be a father or an uncle.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
Yeah. The residential card story is coming later.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So just to follow the timeline.
How was your school life? How was school? I mean, and we've heard, I've heard
Yeah.
about Emirat.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to get into university. There's problems. There's communication barriers. Depending on what school you go, you have this whole hierarchical structure.
Yeah.
And how was your early childhood life?
So in Dubai, it is, you can actually see the social class differs in front of you. It's not like embedded and insinuate. No, it's
clear.
Yeah. Back in the days, there were schools like, I don't know if you heard it, called Mawakib. It's where the middle to posh families go to. Oh, I am from Mawakib. And those group of students tend to speak this, white American accent where, ow, and we used to make fun of them. Sorry. And there are of course, the very expensive schools.
The prince and
yeah.
the elite.
Where elites go, and also to I forgot their names, but we only heard about Mawakib. There are other schools as well. I went to, let's say, middle class schools, private, which is 99% of every expat in the UAE, they go to private schools. There's not 1 to 2% actually expat work for the government, allowed to put their kids in government schools where they don't pay any
I see.
penny there. So in private school, 70% of the nationality in there is Emirati, and the 30% is from Syria, Palestine, Egypt. Back then, Iraqis were quite
Few and far between.
Very few, very rare to find Iraqi, and even it was kind of in our favor because our accent is very, I wouldn't say weird in a bad way. It's unique to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always tell me, "Oh, can you speak more Iraqi?" Oh, we love to hear that, and I still don't understand why they, see it in an impressive accent. But having few Iraqis with their appreciation to the accent was a little bit in favor. But the whole normal school fightings and bullying is there. And at some point we were thinking, me and my fellow Arab non-Emirati students, think is because they are the majority and we're the minority. And if one of the Emirati somehow have an argument of a fight with one of them, they just gang up on them. But that was at that time. But now,
It's the other way around.
they're
They're the minority. They're the minority.
Yeah, but now I think more and more the Emiratis of this generation has or have opened up to accepting to be friends with other nationalities and not being in that group kind of mentality. And the evidence is my younger brother, who most of his friends are Emiratis, and there are no ganging and bullying and everything. I was like, oh, that's not the
So
same
what
in my
happened?
day.
Yeah, what's happened to you?
But even with those fights that I have, all of them are now my friends. Yeah, and
You managed to win them over. Yeah.
we share stories. Some of them are pilots, lawyers,
Brilliant.
in the government. I was like,
Lovely.
okay. Now I'm telling my brother, those Emiratis is going to be something in the future. Befriend more.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is how you network. This is how you know, you're always going to be friends with your childhood friends. I mean, maybe not the best of friends, but they form your network. They're your peers.
100%.
They're your peers.
Back then I didn't realize it,
But we never do.
yeah.
We never do.
Yeah.
So I finished my high school, and in the UAE, the universities also follow whatever systems that exist in the UK and
the US. Yeah.
when it comes to having tests to come in. Some require for some specialty SAT or GMAT. We only needed to do either TOEFL or IELTS. Maybe, I don't know if they know IELTS and TOEFL.
You can explain it
Yeah,
briefly.
It's an English test for non-English speakers. And so in the universities in the UAE, some they actually have their own local TOEFL tests.
Okay.
And IELTS, and they do accept to go to, for example, British Council or these authorized testing schools or institutions to do the test.
For the Londoners, basically, it's equivalent of the GCSE.
Yeah.
GCSE English.
Yeah.
You know.
I graduated from high school, and then I did the test. I signed up for a university called American University of Sharjah,
Okay.
and I passed the test and everything. And there was something that I blame my father and my brother for it. It's called that when you sign up and everything, you need to pay some sort of a deposit to hold your seat. I don't know what is that at that time. And I just signed up and went to prepare for the exams and everything. I went to go to the university, do the exam, and say, oh, but we don't have your name there. It's because maybe you didn't pay the deposit, so you're not enlisted in this semester.
Oh no.
You need to go. You need to wait for a semester to join us.
Oh wow.
And my dad, when he heard it after I finished begging him about that, he told me, no, we're not waiting. Just find another university that you can enroll now. And then if you want to transfer later, we can do that. It's the whole Iraqi mindset, not wasting time and money. So I went to a university called the University of Sharjah. It coincidentally that the day I heard the news in the American University of Sharjah, the day that actually they had the last day to register and pay deposits, etc.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm telling the story is because the reason why what I am right now, what I did in my life and everything, is because of this story and because of that university.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
it
Just that
opened up
one,
so many doors.
one thing that happened, which
Changed
people might
everything.
say a coincidence.
Yeah.
No, and it's there. يعني, it was meant to be.
100%. And I'll tell you why. University of Sharjah is somewhat a conservative university.
Okay, it's a conservative city.
Yes, 100%. Now they're trying to open up, but it's still, till now, we consider it a conservative city, unlike Dubai. But University of Sharjah, they take it more serious. It's the owner is the same.
Okay.
He funded American University of Sharjah, and he funded University of Sharjah.
Interesting.
It's like giving options to
Yeah.
the customers. Do you want more liberal school? Here you go. Do you want more conservative school,
Here you
where
go.
your kind of your sons and daughters you feel comfortable going to? There you go. And the reason why it is shaping where I am right now for twofold. Number one is the whole, what did I miss in the American University of Sharjah? The ideas, the lifestyle, and everything.
But what did you gain from the
Yeah,
university?
I'm coming, and oh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, what I gained from University of Sharjah is the whole idea of trying to cage us in certain way, where you're not allowed to wear the things that you need to wear. We always have this,
What's give
like
us
no
example.
shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, but we wear shorts. I was like, what the hell, man? I'm a university student, not a high school. To kind of the whole segregation thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not something that we were aspiring to, but it was somehow you're not doing anything yet being bullied and harassed by security. Oh, why did you work there? Why did you do this? And I come from a family that we are conservative, but not that strict. So the whole putting us in some sort of an accusation thing. So the reason why I'm connecting it to this is if I was in the American University of Sharjah, all this, I wouldn't be kind of looking for an experiences and opportunities, especially when it comes to education. I thought maybe they are being educated in some amazing knowledge that we're deprived of.
Yeah.
So I'm always I was like, I'm hungry for more. I want to see more ways of teaching that otherwise the conservative mind here in this university offer. But I had amazing friends in the university who also shared the same agony of why this strictness, the over strictness and everything. But now, a funny thing is when I visit the university, it opened up more.
Really?
It used to be segregated. Now it's not that
Mixed.
much.
When you say segregated, so you had separate classes for boys and girls?
Yes.
Not, oh, okay.
Or separate buildings?
Yes.
Separate buildings altogether.
Like we had a joke. So we had M3 and W3. So M3.
Male 3.
Yeah, building
women.
3, which is M3, and W3 for women, where they have the same curriculum, the same classes and everything. And but then I'm not talking bad about my university. I love you guys. But it is what it is. I'm just being
These are the
factual,
facts. Yeah,
historical
yeah.
fact. It's because of resources they started to kind of have shared classes now.
Okay.
Yeah, they couldn't have this balance, and I think some semesters where we have few girls, many male students, so the whole balance of the same teacher trying to teach there and there. So it's like, okay, if we put it in shared classes, we kind of saved up a lot of PhD.
What was your degree in? Remind me?
Civil engineer.
Civil engineering.
engineering.
Okay.
And
Civil engineer.
so after you finished uni, did you work in
Yeah.
Imarat?
Yeah. So when I finished high school, now I was like, I once loved being a dentist. I think I can be a dentist.
A dentist?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Civil engineer, dentist.
Yeah,
Like,
and I could now can say it's a kind of a shallow aspiration based on love taking care of teeth and everything. I was like,
Can I put a twist on that?
Yeah.
Did your parents want you to become a doctor or a medic or something?
No,
Nothing to do
they
with that.
wanted me to become an engineer.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same
it's
thing.
one of them. It's one of the three, right?
Yeah. But not because of the whole, doctor, engineer,
Yeah.
proud thing. It's because my dad is a civil engineer.
Okay.
And he owned a construction company in Dubai.
So he needed another engineer.
He needed to save up one of the salaries that he paid. But so I invested a lot of, I paid for his school, for high school.
You need to give back.
You need to give back
Yeah.
by not receiving his salary for more than 8 months working for you, or 6 months, something like
Oh,
that.
so that actually happened?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I'm training you. You should actually pay me money for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Parents.
Love it.
So back then it was my last exam in high school. It was chemistry.
Yeah.
I love chemistry, but I didn't score that well. I don't know what happened. He came to me and said, "Okay, let's have the talk." No, I'm studying right now. He said, "Yeah, let's have a talk. Which field do you want to go through?" And I was like, "I think I want to go for being a dentist." And he's like, "Really? You're not that kind of person." I said, "What do you mean? You're gonna sit down in an office for 7 hours fixing people's mouths?" I was like, "Yeah." Think about it. Envision yourself. You're not gonna see the fields. Yeah, you're gonna be staying in a small clinic office. And I was like, "Oh, maybe you have a point." I told him, "Okay, what else?" He said, "Civil engineer." I was like, "Okay, I'll do that."
It was that easy.
Yeah, it was because
You're still not sure.
Yeah, now what I think is that in my time, and I think it's still happening right now, is that we don't invest time in actually thinking what to study or what to pursue. And this is when I started meeting people from the US and the UK who come to the university in Beijing. And they say, "Oh, what are you doing here?" It's like in my, what do you call that, break year?
Gap year.
Gap year.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, "Gap year?" Yeah, I said, "I just finished high school. I don't know what to do in my life. So I just came to China to study Chinese and then explore all these fields and having internships."
Right from then you started going to China.
No.
Oh.
I'm telling when I was in China
Yeah.
in my master's.
Oh, you must. Okay, fine.
And started meeting those kids there and telling me I'm in my gap year. I was like, "Oh, this guy is unique. One incident that I met that isn't a gap year." No, gap year.
Yeah, it's quite big
It's
there.
like, هذول مدلعين.
Yeah.
My dad would never accept the idea of a gap year.
By the way, I had the same thing. When I went to university, it's like, what do I do? What do I do? I spoke to the principal of my college. We go to college, and then in the college he goes to me, "IT is a booming industry. Why don't you do IT?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Everyone's studying business. No, what was it? Science, something, computer science.
Yeah.
Everyone's studying computer science. Go study that at university." And I'm like, "Okay, let me go do that." And then, coincidentally, an opportunity to become an engineer.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, let me go become an engineer." I went to do the foundation year. I absolutely hated it. I hated the university. I hated it. And so I was like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Yeah. So the whole gap year. So I'm not insinuating that
Everyone needs a gap year.
need a gap year. Obviously, it's very difficult, and some
Fine.
of those kids were, I mean, their parents were funding their gap year,
course.
but some actually were taking
Working.
jobs to fund their gap year. But at this moment, where I now in my career and the position that I am, where I start to receive many kids to join the company and everything, I start to kind of have an opinion where can advise those kids to which career you should go to right now. Now I'm doing this with my little kid, but I wouldn't say he doesn't listen. I would say he doesn't comprehend that this is actually an important point of your life, which I'm assuming many kids are right now in their high schools. What it is, what it is. I feel one of my cousins says, I feel being a lawyer is something good. Feel? He in fact doesn't care about your feelings. No, study it. Consider the opportunity, the career ladder, or whatever you want to do with this degree. Obviously, now looking back, you say I completely abandoned the civil engineer thing, but I appreciated being a civil engineer for, I think, number of aspects. One is math and physics. It taught me to solve problems, and this is what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I solve problems not on a day-to-day basis, and an hourly basis. So I grasped from that period the skills needed to where I needed right now in my life. And I realized that when I started working.
Okay.
After I graduated, worked for around 1 year and 6 months as a civil engineer project site. I was like, okay, we used to solve problems in college, and now I'm solving problems, all right, but I'm not using some of the BS that we used to taught in school for in the project side. And I started to say, oh, now I need to understand, now in the future I need to be very selective on which courses that I take, and that helped me in my career. Now the story of going to China.
Yay, let's hear all about it.
Yeah. So
What instigated China initially?
multiple factors. The first factor, of course, is trying to distance myself away from being a civil engineer.
Okay.
So you wanted a gap year?
Yeah, I wanted that gap year. Yes. Yeah. Didn't understand back then that terminology. So that factor. The other factor is many Chinese started to come to UAE, and they started to do wonders there, especially in the civil engineer field and the construction and business. So that was my interaction, and the interaction that my dad, for some reason, he befriended a lot of Chinese.
Okay.
Even though he has nothing to do with China except just traveling there for business. But this is what the thing that I liked with my father is that he have a friend from each nationality. Not particularly he was pursuing those nationalities, but he's somehow a very social person beyond his Arabic and Iraqi
circle.
Yeah. So I remember when I was a kid, we used to visit friends of my dad from India, from Pakistan, from Egypt, from UK.
Like I said at the beginning, he's well traveled.
Yeah. So that thing, I think, indirectly influenced me to actually be friends with all nationalities. At some point, actually, in my life, that I had a group of Indian friends.
Okay.
Where I hang out with. And of course, in college, there was nationalities from all over the world. Mostly Arab countries. So that's why I was sitting and listening from them the actual China that we don't hear on the news.
The real China.
Yes. So I wanted to change my career. I started asking questions, and this is very important. You have to ask questions. Even now, I ask questions. I started asking questions. I asked my dad how he thinks of my career ladder, or of course, he was a little bit biased toward making engineering as an amazing field, especially with business, because he succeeded in it. I started asking my supervisor that he worked for my dad. I told him, are you happy with your life? He was telling me, yeah. And I told him, okay.
Not convincing.
Yeah, I told him, is this the end of your career ladder? Is this the best thing you can go for? He said,
Have
yes.
you peaked?
Yeah. And he started to tell me, I asked her, what is your current compensation? How's your life and such? It was not not a happy life.
Not something that you wanted for yourself, you know?
And most of actually my classmates who graduated, also when we hang out with, they started to speak of the conditions that we all face as a civil engineer in Dubai. The heat, the weather, the dirt, the only one day off in the weekend.
Just one day.
Yeah, in Emirat.
And if it wasn't for Friday, we'll be working 7 days.
Yeah, because some companies in Emirat, but not even that long ago. You're talking about maybe 5 to 10 years ago. They probably have a half day on Thursday, possibly. But it was Saturday to Friday.
Yeah, and now they are trying to kind of force the whole 2 days, or maybe now 4 days.
They've changed it to Saturday and Sundays the weekend now.
Yeah, that's also a funny thing. We're always used to the Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Thursday for us is our weekend.
Yeah.
And now it changed to Friday and Saturday.
Friday, Saturday.
We know why you changed it, but we're not gonna say. And then later on, the idea of changing Saturday to Sunday, it was the absolute taboo. It was, we thought that would never happen, and it did, because Friday is the Friday prayer.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, how would you? I mean, you work on Friday, and then you have the Friday prayer in UAE,
which is a big part of the culture.
It is, and trust me, as much as you see how UAE is so liberal from outside, the whole, glamorous Dubai, but actually there people, they take Fridays very seriously. Everyone.
So how did they adapt to that change?
I was in China. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
When they changed, I just.
I think they're still adapting, because now I've got a couple of cousins who live there. So Friday's now become a half day.
Yeah.
So when you go to prayer, you don't come back to work.
Yeah, true. And some companies like that. Some companies like, okay, the mandatory break for Friday. You just go to the Friday prayer and come back to work.
Okay.
Even till this day, because we have in Baly, we have let's say regional offices with investors, and they start messaging me about work on Friday. I was like, oh man, are they rude? What is this? It's my only time with Diyala.
Oh, so that's your Friday here. That's your day off.
And it's my day off here in
Why are you calling me?
What and then I called my brother. I said, oh, I'm working today. Oh, Friday. And every week I forget this. Every week. Yeah. So back to the question of China.
China, yeah.
So at the end, I was like, no. Even if I wanted to become a successful businessman in the construction, it's not my, what do you call in Iraqi? It's not my outfit. It's not my.
Lipsy?
It's not my. So, or in the UK, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well done.
Not my cup of tea. So I thought, okay, now let's explore advancing my career.
Okay. So you're thinking of a master's now?
Yes, but now I thought, okay, if I become a doctor, if I become an engineer, if I become whatever I am, at the end is you need to be a businessman.
Of course.
Whatever direction is, at the end you need to work, the term work for yourself, but more work in the business field.
Entrepreneurial.
I didn't know entrepreneur at that time. It was a very, let's say, unknown terminology back then. So I was like, okay, let me find a way or path to lead me to become a proper businessman. Am I going to be a proper businessman in the US and the UK? I don't think so. At that time I said I don't think so, because the stories I hear about the US of taxation and what do you call licenses, something that is, we're already suffering this from Dubai, from many licenses to apply to do your work, etc. When I want to try something and it fails, I want to try some fluid area.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, China might be the best place. You have the business, successful business I can learn from. You have the factories. You have booming economy. Let me go and explore there.
Yeah.
So before I did, of course, I had to consult the Chinese friends of my dad. And they told me, if you want to go there and you want to stay in a university while exploring, they told me they have to go only to the 2 universities only. Tsinghua University and Beijing University.
Okay.
They are the Ivy League schools.
Okay.
And
Top of their field, best of the best,
Yeah.
recognized internationally, everyone knows them.
Yes, except in the Middle East.
Okay.
The Tsinghua University is known in the UK, in Germany, in Europe, in the US. But if I go to anyone here and say, I graduated from Tsinghua University, what is that? But if I tell to a Chinese person, wow, are you kidding me? Which is, you're so cool. And this story, I experienced it when I finished my master's and went to Dubai, and I visited a well-known, the most successful Chinese construction company called China State Construction. And there was an Indian project manager. He was discussing with me. I said, oh, where did you graduate? And I said, I graduated from Tsinghua University. And he started giving me this weird looks. What is that? You know, I graduated from, I think there's a university in Dubai called Harriet Watt, something like that.
Okay.
And he was being so, bragging about it, etc. And then his boss, Chinese boss, coming. And I was like, can you tell him about my university? And he was so humbled by his Chinese boss. Are you kidding me? You don't know what university he's graduated from? Your university is incomparable to yours. And so so I get this a lot.
Question. How did you start learning Chinese?
It's when I stepped in China, and I realized no one spoke English at all.
What about Arabic?
Zero. No other languages. No other languages. And I suffered, really, because it was my first time to live in a country where English is not commonly used. And I thought, when I was in Dubai, I thought all countries somehow they conversate in English. And I was like, I wouldn't have any problem traveling anywhere in the world. And then boom, in China, no English at all. And I was having this conversation with a couple of my friends yesterday. They said, oh, I also experienced it in Turkey. And the other person, I also experienced it in some other countries.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was an eye-opening for me. And it was a necessity. But then from a necessity to something I loved to speak. It's actually also cool when you speak Chinese in front of your parents to a Chinese fella. And they look at me, oh, you just changed. We don't know you. You're speaking in some language we don't understand. and they actually see that the other person understands you. Oh, you're not bullshitting us.
So how long did it take you to learn Chinese?
So the first survival Chinese takes from 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually reasonably quick. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
it might be more harder.
The survival Chinese, we say, is the ability for you to point out things and to order from the restaurant.
Okay.
Um,
Basic Chinese.
basic
basically, yeah,
Chinese,
yeah.
yes. Directions.
Sorry, Chinese or Mandarin?
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Not Cantonese.
Okay.
Cantonese.
Cantonese is way
Hong
more
Kong.
difficult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do
Even,
the people in Hong Kong speak
yeah,
Cantonese, right?
Hong Kong, Guangzhou, what do you call Fuzhou, these southern
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Cantonese. Even though Cantonese people would say no, it's easy, of course, because you speak it.
Mm.
No, Mandarin. If someone could correct me, Mandarin has 4 tones, right?
Okay.
Yeah, when you speak, there's we call it in Arabic harakat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, kasra wa dhamma wa fatha wa ila akhirih.
They have that too?
They have that too, but 4.
Interesting.
Cantonese 9.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is what I heard. Okay,
Okay.
so correct me if I'm wrong. But I was like, Mandarin is enough for me. I
Okay.
don't need to learn another one. And Mandarin is the official language in
Okay.
the whole China, so I go with the official. So I started learning the survival Chinese.
Here's a question for
Yeah.
you. So you're there.
Yeah,
They don't speak any other language. You have no other choice.
yeah, I didn't have any choice. Yeah,
You
Nothing.
have to
Do
learn
you have
survival.
somebody with you, at least a friend that spoke to both languages?
um,
At the beginning, right?
of course.
Probably
I mean,
your dad's friends or something.
no, I mean my dad friends were living in way it's like the distance from Iraq to Oman,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's the same country.
Okay.
So he lives in the north. It's called Dongqing, I think. I forgot. It's the oil governorate of China. It's full of oil. So he lives there. So and he's a kind of an old married guy. I wouldn't call him, hey, I want to order pizza. Can you help me? Yeah.
And there was no Google Translate. There was no.
That's the funny thing. At that time, Facebook, Google, Instagram, all these U.S. companies are banned, which is also
Oh God! So there's you got.
it's always was a cultural shock for me.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was peaceful.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I kid you not. It was the most peaceful time in my life
I bet.
until we got introduced to VPNs. I swear, no politics, no FOMO, fear of missing out.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course, I was also capturing memories, which I couldn't share it unless I visit my family back in Dubai. But it was peaceful.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. But there were Chinese apps that helped me translate. There was and
WeChat.
not WeChat. WeChat later on. I'll tell
Okay.
you. WeChat later on, which ruined our Chinese practicing. Which is whenever they send you a message, you just click the message,
Mhm.
and you have an option to translate.
Okay.
I wish WhatsApp has this, where you're able to translate every message coming from every person in the world. Only WeChat has it.
So, we on our Instagram, I know because if you click on it, so if your language, so
The comment section, or
No,
what do you call where you put the what do you call it, the caption?
Yeah, the comment and the caption,
Yeah.
and even like when people message us, direct message, I can click on it now.
Yeah.
Where they've written Arabic, click
Yes.
on it, and it says translate as an option.
Yes, yes.
So Instagram's doing it now.
Now X,
Samsung does
Twitter
that.
has it.
Oh, Samsung does it as well.
TikTok has it now. Even TikTok, I remember that the subtitle is somehow when you press translate, they translate the subtitle.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
Okay.
back then,
Nothing.
no, even which I didn't have. So we had to rely, and I was relying more on a dictionary, Chinese dictionary called Pleco. No, it was an app.
Oh, it was an app,
Luckily, it was
okay.
an app.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't translate the sentence.
One word at a time.
Yeah. So I just copied the sentence. I put it in there, and then the dictionary dissects each word. Yeah, and then I start to kind of connect the puzzle, what the person's trying to tell me. But then I had to befriend a lot of Chinese students to conversate and practice. But here's the thing: they like to befriend you to practice their English. And I wanted to befriend them to practice my Chinese, and there's the whole battle of who can win in that thing.
Everyone have their own needs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, maybe I try to find Chinese friends who are not from my university, who are smart, the top of the class in China, who doesn't conversate English. So I started to befriend with the supermarket guy, the butcher, etc. Yeah.
Brilliant.
This is how I learned my Chinese.
And how long did you stay in China for?
I think I would calculate into 9 years. Yeah.
And that's your master's and your PhD?
Yes. Yeah.
And then what happened?
Oh.
And then how did Iraq come along?
Yeah.
Because you're happy in China.
Yeah. I was super happy in China. The traveling, the different cultures in each state, and now I transitioning to become an entrepreneur in China.
Wow.
Trying to do businesses, and I wanted to do business in China because I want to be kind of unique. That mostly Arabs who come to China, they establish businesses to sell abroad. No, I wanted to sell in China. I wanted to be successful in China, and I was actually on the path of doing so. We were being funded. We were having investments. We had a product selling and everything, and then
I just want to ask this because obviously we know COVID happened and China was to blame. Well,
was this all during that time?
So were you in China?
I was in China in 2019.
Okay.
2019 January, if I remember correctly, there was some Chinese articles that only people like foreigners or even Chinese live in China would kind of get this news, not abroad.
Of course.
They were saying about there was a rumor of having I think called the Black Death virus. It's an old virus.
The plague.
The plague.
The Black Plague, yeah.
Translating in Arabic, yeah. And I was like, okay.
So this was the local news saying...
Local news. So it happened, I went to Dubai at that time.
Okay.
And I called up a couple of hospitals saying, hey, I heard some news about the plague happening, and do you gonna have a
immunization,
immunity or anything to I said, no, we don't have something like that. You just check this, check that. I was like, oh, what the hell? It's just somewhere in crazy part in China I don't know about. I went back to China. Was in the final year of my PhD, trying to finish it, and then I had to also go back to Dubai, which is every 6 months I go back to Dubai because the residency. If you stay more than 6 months, they cancel my residency. So
because he's not a local, so
And so I told my professor, okay, this is the 6th month, I need to go back. He said, but you're about to finish your PhD. I said, I would rather lose the PhD than having to lose my iqama, because if you lose it, you might get rejected again or not at that time. So I went back to UAE, And I booked my ticket to go back, and the news started coming about Corona and
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
China didn't close up at that time. Also, Dubai didn't close up, but people are still discussing. It's coming from China. Sicknesses are going everywhere. And then my dad was like, "Yeah, okay, give me your passport. You're not going."
Oh.
No, it's just one of those flus. The what do you call the
Bird
influenza
flu.
toyota?
Yeah,
bird
bird
flu.
flu.
Bird flu, honey. It's just the same. No. Just give me your passport. I gave him my passport. I rescheduled my flight, and then suddenly, March,
Lockdown.
China,
Lockdown.
complete lockdown.
Oh God.
And I'm glad my father took my passport, because whoever foreign friends that I have in China got locked down and couldn't travel only after a year. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, Qama would have gone then.
Yeah. And so we got locked down in Dubai, and I'm not sure if we can say this, but it was the best time for us. It was the best time.
How so?
I had my relatives visiting to Dubai. Coincidentally, they got locked down with us.
Okay.
Yeah. And we kind of hang out, spend the whole Iraqi, gathering things
Oh,
on a day-to-day
really?
basis.
So
Watching.
no social distancing.
No, because they every Iraqis, they come to Dubai. Of my relatives, they stay with us.
Oh, how nice.
we have,
Okay.
we have a big proper house, so they come and live with us. And so we had fun. We built a gym at home.
Oh, wow.
Made of concrete and steel.
Oh, you serious?
The engineers,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
construction,
Yes.
they've got all the resources,
Yes, they
they've got
do,
all the
of course.
contacts.
Yeah, so we worked at home. We had all this, games. Even though we're old, but we had this
Yeah.
old Iraqi games.
حابس لعبته؟
Habis is one of them, but there's the black shoes. Black shoes. Where are your shoes?
What's that? I've never
Yeah.
played
حدرة
that.
بدرة؟
No. It's like we put all of our feet together,
Okay.
and then we say black shoes. Where are your shoes? And then we spread out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then everyone has this one step jump, trying to step on someone's other foot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a new one to me. I've never heard it.
That's
I
a lot
learned
of
it when I was in
fun.
Iraq.
Okay.
Obviously, we couldn't play hide and seek because we had a big yard and it's all exposed, so you couldn't hide. So we had fun. We watched a lot of YouTube, all of us together. We watched shows otherwise I wouldn't watch. Kuwaitis,
Oh.
Iraqis.
Question
Egyptian.
for you. You're still doing your PhD?
Back then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
So what happened there?
I was back then. I was
Lockdown, so the university will be closed.
yeah. So it's good thing is, in PhD you have only the first semester to do this. What do you call?
Admin.
Yeah, these classes. Otherwise,
Okay.
to prep for PhD.
Yeah.
And I just took them because it was compulsory. But it was the first semester. After that,
You're responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
You're becoming a doctor. You have
Exactly.
your own research, your own hard work.
Yeah.
It's
And it
all
was
you.
very tricky though, because in masters there's the class thing, and then also writing your thesis. There is a little bit of structure, imposed structure.
Yeah.
That's true.
In bachelor's as well, imposed structure. So PhD, you're wild free.
That's true.
Either you structure yourself, which luckily I did.
You have to have discipline.
Yeah, some other friends of mine, they did not, and I think they forfeited their
Doctorate.
yeah. But I have somehow thought maybe having it's too free, it's too wild that I can wake up whenever I want,
Yeah.
or I can study or without study. Doesn't matter. There's no exam. So back to in the Corona, when I was finishing my PhD, I was forcing myself to be locked down away from the fun that I'm having, to focus and write my thesis, to a point that they started accusing me بالمتوحد. Yeah,
Antisocial.
أنت متوحد.
Oh, wow.
And I still like they come to me. Come on, let's
Let's go
come
out.
for lunch. Let's go play. I said, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh, you're متوحد, خليك. Yeah. So, which by the way, it's also somehow it's good that I'm not bothered by the relative naming, the bullying. And I'll tell you why this is important. This is a life lesson. Is that because of this immunity that I have from naming, is that when I spoke Chinese horribly and they laugh, I didn't care. When I spoke English back then and it was poor and they made fun of it, I didn't care.
You have resilience.
Yes. Yeah. So that actually an important aspect to have. And I'll tell you one third thing that actually helped. When I wanted to do a startup for recycling, they started to call me, oh, you're a garbage man now. I didn't care again because it was good money.
It was good. It was good money.
And my dad actually was defending me. So whenever we're sitting, so oh, your kid is now in a garbage business, and he was like, okay, he's doing something with his life. What are you doing? So I appreciated that from my father. Very supportive in that. So that resilience actually helped. And then I managed to somehow finish my PhD during Corona.
And you didn't go back to China after that?
No.
Question for you, because I know this. During that period of time of isolation,
Yeah.
someone came knocking on your door.
Oh yeah. Yes. And very good that you said isolation, because it was a planned isolation. I jailed myself.
You wanted to finish your PhD.
Yeah, I wanted to. I didn't want any distraction. It was very difficult because you need to come up with new science and new knowledge. That's why you earn a PhD, is because you're contributing a new knowledge to the society. And a classmate of mine in college told me there was a Chinese friend of hers, also in college, moved to Dubai and started working there. And he absolutely doesn't have any friends there, at least people from our university.
Okay.
Would you be okay to kind of
Visit them.
yeah, visit and maybe be friends, etc.? And I was like, oh, I'm locking myself. I don't want to meet people right now. I cannot afford it. But I was like, okay, but I need a break. I went there. If I didn't go there, Baly wouldn't start.
Okay.
Yes. That I always say this, but it's true. It's true. I went to that person. His name is Feng Zhou. He graduated from Oxford and then he studied in my university as well for masters. I got to know him. What is he doing in China, in Dubai? What he did in China? Why haven't we met, even though we're in the same university? And he learned about also my story. The same thing I was telling you guys.
Yeah.
My dad here,
Engineering,
China,
yes,
why
yeah.
China, etc.
Yeah.
That's why I never get bored telling these stories. It's an interesting story.
It is interesting.
And we departed. Nice to meet you, nice to meet you. I went back to my jail. Suddenly, someone called Martin from Germany told me, oh, my Fengzhou friend told me the great things about you from Iraq, etc. Would you? And I'm exploring the Iraqi market for businesses and everything. Would you have the time to meet? I told him, absolutely not.
Wow.
Absolutely not. I am pretty swamped with my PhD. I had only one, let's say, hour to spend. And I spent it on Fengzhou. I cannot spend it on you. And he was like, oh, okay, appreciate the honesty. When do you have the time to meet? I was like, after 2 months. I submit my PhD, graduate, and then I can meet people. And he said, okay, I respect that. And I started giving him actually Iraqi contacts who might be interested of doing business in Iraq. Gave him my friends, people I knew, etc. I told him, oh, go have fun with them. And And here the funny part I told you before, it's that exactly 2 months, the whole German timing thing, messaged me, oh, shall we say congratulations? I said, yes. Shall we meet now? I said, okay.
He waited for you.
Exactly. And I was like...
This guy's persistent.
So it's like, either he waited, he's desperate, or he actually met those contacts that I've given him, and he didn't find them that interesting. So I met, he told me he had a 2016 experience in Iraq when he visited and saw a lot of potentials, a lot of smartphones are being used, but no services. The country is more and more having high in growth and needs, but he's still a German, and he wouldn't really, dare to do this first step. And he was fascinated by my kind of experience of going to alien areas, to China, to speaking Chinese, to doing businesses in industries otherwise it's not fancy to do, which is the trash thing. Sometimes I feel that because he's a kind of a Westerner, when he feels some person who's doing for the environment, it's kind of fascinating. So he said, okay, let's brainstorm together. I had nothing to do.
Just finished your PhD.
Yeah, I finished my PhD. I wanted to have my final relaxation time. No studying, no work, etc. But the whole entrepreneurial thing to me just started tingling. Okay, let's explore it. And we did the market research. And we agreed if we had, let's say, the first promised investment, you just book a ticket, fly to Iraq, and do the needful. So the market research was actually funny, because now all the relatives that visited Iraq, that I've known, that I've befriended with, I started calling them.
Payback time.
Yeah. Hey, how are you? Oh, Muniqith, you never call us. Why?
Shitarit.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Maslaha. I started calling them, hey, if you book a ride, if you stop a taxi driver in the street, I just do me a favor, give me record their number and just give it to me. And I started calling them from Dubai through WhatsApp. Hey, driver, how are you? How is your work? Where's your difficulties? What do you need? How can we introduce services that help you? Started also doing the market research, and then we prepared it in a hall, which the whole Ivy League also paid off, doing it in a more business proper way.
Yeah.
And he's also Martin from Cambridge. He graduated from Cambridge.
Oh, okay.
And that's how he met Fengjo.
Oh,
so he was head of
Cambridge.
economic club. Fengjo is head of Oxford Current Club. And they meet and they got to know each other. And so we proposed this to Rocket Internet, which is it's called a startup factory builder. The factory means they build a lot of startups all over the world. And so we pitched it to them. They said, this is impressive. Take your, let's say, seed money and go have your fun. Which is, to some people, say, oh, wow, that's impressive. And when you get into the whole investment and entrepreneur, it's a normal thing. For a first step into entrepreneur, hearing something like that is like, why would they do something like that? But it's when you do your pitch very well, pitch deck, your numbers, the market research, it's just normal.
Question, as in for our listeners more than anything else, when they invest in you, I'm guessing you give them a percentage or a share of the business, right?
Yeah.
So they're not investing in you for nothing.
Yeah, of course.
They've got a share somewhere.
Of course.
They've got percentage. You know, they're investing in your idea because
Yeah.
they know that you're going to do all of the hard work.
Exactly.
And they're just going to pick up the rewards if it's successful.
Yes. And I wouldn't hide it from you, is that the whole resume of mine and Martin made it a little bit easier
Of
for
course.
Of course.
them. Yeah, Martin.
Ivy League studies,
Yeah.
gone out, tried different things.
Not
and-
only that, so Martin built a lot of businesses. I did as well.
Okay.
So
It's not your first
They
bid.
look at us as risk takers, serious entrepreneurs. We actually can deliver on our promises. So that was helpful. Martin's network with investors also was helpful.
Okay.
And not only that, his network was pretty unique into those who invest in risky startups.
Okay.
And obviously Iraq was
A
the
risky
top
country.
five,
Yeah. It's a red zone in most places.
If it wasn't for both of us, I wouldn't think they would even consider Iraq.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they gave us this seed money. I took it. I flew to Iraq and started renting the house, renting the office. I cleaned it myself. I bought the fridge and the AC myself. I think I was telling you guys a joke that I learned what is inverter for the first time when in Iraq. For you those who live outside of Iraq, is that because we get electricity cut-offs or shortage, we rely on electricity generators, right? And so the whole inverter thing is that when the electricity generator comes, so that it does not consume a lot of amperes or electricity, they rely this on inverter technology. And actually the whole AC companies built it mostly for Iraq, probably other countries as well. That was unnecessary information. So yeah, that's part of the whole thing of learning everything from scratch in Iraq. I was my Iraqi accent was pretty much mixed up with Fusha, Emirati, also some words in Syrian and Lebanese.
Just because
The
you mix with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you-
mixture of friends that you have.
And so all those Iraqi colleagues of mine were
laughing at
laughing.
And you
The
did-
resilience thing, I don't care. Yeah, they were
Lovely.
laughing. They were kind of telling me, don't say this, don't say that. Very helpful.
The cultural shock must have been interesting.
Yeah. At the beginning, when I came to Iraq, it's like, I think I've said that it's like, this American going to places like Mexico, Colombia,
Yeah.
etc. It was for me going to Iraq. Oh, interesting people have guns on the street. Wow, can I have a selfie with you? This is unfamiliar thing that I've seen, even in China. So that was the whole, we call it in China the Lawai experience, or the Waigoring experience, was the foreign experience. So I was, going in places otherwise Iraqis wouldn't like to go. Police stations. And where till this now, they laugh. My colleagues who went with me laugh with me, say, "How can you speak English in front of a police officer?" They hear English means you're from abroad.
Oh, of course.
Yes, we might get advantage of this person. And I tell them, man, even I don't speak. Look at my hair. They know that I live abroad. So I started to stop speaking English in Iraq. Especially when I do speeches. I never did speech in Arabic.
Of course.
Never.
Really?
And it is so difficult because I have to really take care of the fatha wal dhamma wal ila akhirih.
Okay, because one little thing can change the meaning. of a
100%.
sentence.
And I know a couple of my friends would laugh. I was like, هذا شلون والله حرف جر شلون تكسر الفتحة شلون تكسر
I don't
الكلمة
know what
شلون
that means, to be
Yes.
honest.
They told me all of that, especially
You must have made some big funny mistakes along
of
the
course.
way.
I don't care.
It's not about caring. Give us the juicy ones, funny ones.
Oh. Honestly, I don't remember because now I kind of speak a little bit better than before.
Of course, you
Yeah.
must do. Yeah. And how many years now has it been?
I think we can say 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah. So in 2021, it was my foreign experience. Now I can say I'm more of an Iraqi. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I started complaining like them about the situation.
It's too hot.
It's too hot, it's too polluted, it's so traffic is annoying. They cut internet in the morning just for kids don't cheat. Unbelievable. So I started complaining. Said, okay, I'm becoming Iraqi.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so because of the time restriction,
Yeah.
I wanted to get into Baly.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting journey that you've had.
Yes.
So talk to us a bit about how the business started
Yeah.
and how you actually made the success out of it.
Yeah. So at the beginning, we didn't think that would do this huge success.
You didn't think?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
we hoped for it, we aimed for it, but because the competitors here were so dominating, I wouldn't say their names, even though I have friends there from the management, but they were taking the market share, and we were actually competing in two industries at the same time. Two giants at the same time.
What industries were they?
The ride-hailing industry and the food delivery industry
At the same time?
at the same time.
You didn't have a database though?
We did the market research.
Okay.
Yeah, so we understood the
So,
market.
so you went in for both at the same time?
Yes.
That must have been a risk.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure if factually correct when maybe Khalid bin Walid went to Persia and Rome at the same time. I think we the same time. So we built the office and we recruited all these young students who basically we wanted them just to speak English
Okay.
and know how to use a computer.
But where'd you
And,
find them?
um,
Young people, did you say?
Yeah, young.
So not graduates of universities,
No.
but just
No, this is...
Anyone.
This is the funny part. Those who graduated did not speak as much English as those who were actually in the generation of students at that time. And I think I said that before. I attribute it to being gamers.
gamers.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
because
We
gamers are
talked
doing
about
all
that.
this voice talking
Yes.
and they're having conversations, they're doing this warfare where they have to work together,
Yes, yes.
communicate
and they
together.
converse and speak with people from
Are you
all
a
over.
gamer?
I used to be stopped.
So you're familiar with that?
I'm very
culture,
familiar with
okay.
it. Yes. Gamers. Yeah. It's an addiction.
We won't tell anybody.
It's an addiction. But I had really a huge years gap that I didn't even play.
Okay.
And then I came back. Then I said, no, this is too much of a waste of time, and then I left it. But those who are actually gamers were actually those who we had the best recruits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
They open-minded to learn new things. They aspire to kind of be something. They conversate in English, and the reason why it's important is because Martin speaks English and he
Yeah.
doesn't speak Arabic. Also, we needed to have also people from all over the world to come with Baly. And most of the systems, the call centers, are all in English. So being able to comprehend and speak English makes it easier to work on systems.
Of course.
And so how did we find them is I started to meet people from I go to universities. One brilliant person gets me 5 another brilliant
Of
person.
course, yeah.
At that time we relied on students because of that reason.
Students' word of mouth.
Yeah, but later on we found that recruiting students very troublesome. Yeah.
High turnover of staff.
Yeah.
Because they're still studying. They need to
Yeah.
have exam time off. They need to have this off. They need to have that off. Families are going on holiday. They have to go with their parents. You know, there's this.
At one point, I think when we recruited I think bunch of 30 students, it was the beginning of the summer holiday,
Oh, of course.
and then the university started,
And it started declining.
and it was like, okay, they can balance somehow. But when they had an exam,
You wouldn't see them.
we had a crisis.
Okay.
We had to act very fast. I mean, I had a whole bunch of students had to kind of leave for first of all to study, and those who don't need to study this month, they had to go to actually do the exam. So that was one of the challenges that we had, and started to say, okay, we love students, but we tend not to. We hire graduates, but now we hired students again for internship.
Okay.
Yeah, we have, I think, more than 200 interns.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone is learning
That's lovely.
new things. Students, even we have, let's say, 30 years old interns.
Wow.
Remind me of that Robert De Niro movie, who went in an intern for this
The
startup.
intern, where he's a 70-year-old man or 50-year-old
Okay.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first challenge, and obviously when we launched, this is an interesting story as well. I'm gonna, for time restriction, I'm gonna be very fast. We were brainstorming on how can we have a guerrilla marketing launch, and I shared with them a story, and they liked it. Is back in the 90s in Iraq and in Dubai, where we had few Iraqi restaurants. There was a restaurant called Raqdan in Marqabat Street, and he launched his restaurant and said the first 2 days everything you eat for free.
Interesting.
Me as a young kid, I loved it. Free food, man. We camped there. Falafel, kebab, and it started to get annoying for them. But it's, free food.
Free food. You said.
He said, I'm sorry. Shawarma, laham, dijaj, hadi. Basically, we camped there, and first day, second day. And during that time, I was so happy about it. I started telling my cousins, friends about this restaurant, and everybody started coming to this restaurant. Even after the offer got expired, they started coming to that restaurant, eat there. So I told the story. I said, okay, how about we invest whatever we have left for what do you call marketing in Google or Meta or Facebook? We just invest on subsidizing the trips.
Taxes. Okay.
First trip all over Baghdad for free.
Oh.
Yeah. Second trip will be you're paying only 25%. Third trip 50%. Fourth trip 25%. Then you pay
Then you start
normally.
paying normal.
Man, it got
That must have made it go viral.
viral. People started posting. They used to pay like 15,000, 10,000 IQD for a trip. Now they're paying nothing. I went from Za'faraniya to.
But did that crush the system?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
You can imagine how many people went on the app like, I need to book a cab, it's free.
Yes. Everything crushed. The call center crushed. The system, the cloud, and everything. And we had to work there, like, I wouldn't say 24/7, but really late nights just to coordinate, hire more. That was one period.
You need more drivers, you need more people, you need more deliveries, you need everything.
And after that incident, we kind of went a little bit stable. The team was stable. I was the operation, the HR, the finance, the accounting,
Wow.
the admin,
This is the thing.
the lawyer, the legal.
This is the thing, when you become an entrepreneur,
Yeah,
you know,
especially startups.
startup entrepreneurs, you are everything in the business.
Yes. And I'll tell you, one of the things the brilliant thing of being an entrepreneur is actually you learn all these domains.
Yes.
No, that's true.
And because I learned all these domains, my seniority right now is actually have an impact as opposed to being a senior of one domain. So when I give an opinion about legal, it's because I've
You've dealt with
worked
legal.
in finance, in accounting, in operation, in tech, even
They're
though
quite diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why I encourage people to, if you have a time, if you have you nothing to lose, just start something, start a business. Anywhere in the world.
And the thing is, there's no such thing as failures.
Yeah.
It's lessons learned.
Exactly.
What was your biggest lesson learned?
My biggest lesson learned is in Iraq or in general.
In Iraq.
In Iraq is to hire a government relation person.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because even though I put myself everywhere, I don't leave any stone unturned. If there is a police station, I just go there. But my upbringing, the way I speak, etc., it does not accommodate this domain. So when I hired my GR, where it's his field, it's his sana. He knows how to communicate with them, how to act and behave like them in a ways that I would never behave and act like that. Whatever inside is outside for me. I cannot put that face.
Open book.
Yes. When I did that, I started to focus about the important stuff, the business. Imagine me every time, I am from istikhbarat. I have to go and meet him. Why? Oh, just want to check the papers. Okay. GR person, it's your thing now. Yeah. That was one of the lessons I learned.
What about in life?
In life? Oh, so many lessons. But sticking to being Wujhichinko.
شنو هي؟
Wujhichinko.
Oh, Wujhichinko, like
this is, I need
Chinese
maybe,
face?
No, Chinko in Iraq. I didn't know this term until my dad explained to me.
Okay.
In Iraq, if you have a factory, there is this steel roof that can withstand heat, cold, rain, dust, stones.
It's basically you.
Yes. So having this, not being emotionally affected to life circumstances, people who speak bad about what I do, that actually made me feel very wise, calm, focus about the important things. So that was the real lessons that I have, and I'm trying to instill this to a lot of people in my family, especially my wife, but they told me it's very hard. I don't know why I have it, right? I don't get affected immediately. So that lesson, it's a lesson is to keep that, and of course not leave any stone unturned. The recent lesson that I've learned is when I am in power, it's very easy for you to be corrupt.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Too much power, yeah.
You can't imagine when you have power now, how can you be moved easily, because you have access to many things.
True.
I'm glad that I written my driving principles. So there are principles that are instilled by my parents.
Of course.
It's their principles, and when they instilled it to us, they made sense from their perspective.
Of course.
But when I wrote my principles, I wrote the principles that I care the most on top of the principles that instilled my father.
Built on it.
This was I learned it from a mentor of mine from Singapore in China. When I was conversating with him, telling I'm confused, should I go to education, should I go to etc., and he told me, draft your principles and build your businesses based on those principles.
Beautiful.
If my phone is there, I'll show you the principles in my phone. Those principles protected me from the corruption or the sway that power can give you. And it's not something that this lesson would help youngsters because they wouldn't have the power and access to actually say, oh, I can be corrupted or not. But writing my principles back then was very helpful where I am right now. Yeah.
Well done to you.
Yeah.
What a journey.
Yes. And so this is one of the lessons that I learned.
You know what I've learned from him?
Yeah.
Is not to care about what anybody else says and just do it.
Yes.
Just persevere.
Yeah.
Perseverance is really important.
Very much so. And I learned the distinction, by the way. So I was completely driven. I don't care about whatever talk, etc. But sometimes this might affect your EQ, emotional quality. What do you call it? Sometimes when I make decisions, it's because it's logic. It makes sense. It's fair. It's just.
Yeah.
Alright?
Your emotional intelligence. You know,
Yes.
that's what it comes down to.
Yes, but because now in my ability to have this power, etc., I started to kind of leave the negligence of the human aspect. I started to kind of know people's circumstances, why
aware.
they led to do what they did,
Yeah.
and that kind of put a little bit of the idea of having mercy, of the having, I mean, to put being merciful also coincide of being just as well. So yeah, so what I'm making the distinction is that yes, being driven, I don't care about people's emotion, etc., etc., help me, and right now I need to add another factor to it.
Compassionate.
Yeah, compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As part of the podcast, what we do is we ask the last guest to ask the next guest a question.
No.
So, and then you're going to be asking a question to our next guest.
Okay.
So we have this like little change, so then people think of like
Yeah, putting you on the spot now.
putting you on the
Wow.
spot. It's just so that people have this form of continuation. And then, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to ask Nibet, what was the question?
I can't remember, and I think because we're in Iraq now, we're
Yeah.
going to start this new one.
Okay.
So we're going to
Change.
start a new chain of questions,
Yeah.
and it's aren't you lucky? It's gonna start with you. What would you ask our next guest?
What would you build or achieve in Iraq after 5 years? And the reason why I'm asking this question is because I came here 4 years ago. There's 1 year left from completing 5 years. Obviously, I built something really huge.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. So right now, I would ask the guest, what if you haven't finished the 5 years and built the way you built, but imagine if you did.
Yeah.
What is your next step after 5 years? Yeah.
Like that. I truly like that. What
No,
are you
that's
thinking
not-
about?
No, I'm just trying to think, what would I build?
It's like if you climbed the highest point in the entire globe, probably Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
And
what's
your
next?
life is wired only on climbing the mountain, and you did that.
What's next?
What's next?
That's a good question.
It's a very good question. It's one of those things that I actually coach in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have achievable goals and unachievable goals, and how far is the unachievable goals? You know.
This question actually, because I'm thinking of it, because even though he's a personality that I don't like right now, even though I used to, Elon Musk. Sorry about that, but it's true.
Facts are facts.
Yeah. But I respect the way how he handles business and how he transitions. So he co-built PayPal and then helped in doing WhatsApp and now doing Tesla, and now he's going to Mars. So am I going to kind of think of his path the same? Now I've done Baly, what's next? So I'm looking at that. So apart from his political awful views, especially when it comes to Palestine, but I take the whole career thing. So I'm interested to hear more of people like me in Iraq being entrepreneurs. They've done a lot.
Yeah.
What's next? In Iraq, by the way.
In Iraq, yes, because
Yes.
our next guest will be in Iraq.
Yeah.
In Iraq.
Here's a question for you just before we end the session, because I want people to understand that in life there are failures, but there are lessons. What was your biggest failure when you came here, and what lessons did you learn? Because it can't have been smooth sailing. It can't have been that easy. And I think you touched upon it.
There's
Competitive.
There is actually something I'm not very comfortable to say.
Yeah.
Because I'm still not sure if it's a failure or it's a part of my life journey, which is the whole, I'm not sure, which is the separation of work and friendship, so to speak. I'm still unsure about it, so I don't want to really, delve into it. This is, I don't consider myself a failure in it. I'm still in an exploration part.
Okay.
I see the pros and cons to it, so still I'm unsure. I don't know why I can't think of any failure, but I see maybe opportunities missed, and I'm trying to gain them right now.
Okay.
So one of my opportunities missed is that I was 200% focused about Baly.
Okay.
200% focused.
Took up all your time.
Yes. When I'm saying 200 focused, is that up until before I got married, I used to go there from 8:30 and go out of work at 11 at night. And when I got married, it got from 11 p.m. Shortened it to somewhere around 8, 7, just the 1 hour I can spend with my wife. And then when I had my lovely Diyala, it became 6. But still, it is 200% for Baly.
Work-life balance.
Yes. But the thing that I missed is that I always thought myself as a serial entrepreneur, serial businessman. Having this one business to focus for almost 4 years made me think, I'm probably missing out on many businesses I can build. And recently, I started this secret project of mine that's going well, and so that's why I don't consider it a failure. It's just
Lessons.
opportunities missed. Just yeah.
Congratulations
Yeah, well done to you.
on
Thank you.
everything that you've done. You know, traveling to China, new language, trying new things, coming to Iraq, starting a business from scratch, doing your own research, going out of your way, and mashallah, a successful growing business. And alhamdulillah wa shukr, I can only say inshallah, always on the rise, and looking forward to see bigger and greater
Yeah.
things inshallah.
Allah, definitely.
Inshallah. And thank you for all of that. Thank you for this session. Made me kind of reflect back what I've done and what made me do all of that. The obviously a reminder of the principles that I have, etc. But one thing that I could end this is that I wouldn't have done this without the Rada al-Walidain. Yeah, this is very important, and they are happy without expressing that because they are Iraqi. They don't express feelings. You kind of understand.
We understand your
Dilemma.
But honestly, it's very empowering for me. Is that if they are happy and they are seeing that you are doing kind of a moral thing, a contribution to the society, solving problems, being successful in my own way is important.
Well done. So before we end, I want you to give us a shout out in Chinese. Say something about Roots and Narrative for us, for our viewers in Chinese. How would you say something?
Let me think.
Something nice, please. Something kind.
Ranchini Hangosing. Ni Iding Kan Tada podcast. Ta Ilakuran Lai Iraq. Randian juga Iraqi stories. I forgot. Gusha. I forgot about that. So eating Kantada podcast. And Nihan Toming, Nihan Pyongyang. You're very handsome. You're very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, that's
Thank
very
you
kind
so
of you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Muniqith, really appreciate it. To all our viewers, I'm lost for words. You know, sitting with inspiring guests who have gone through a lot of challenges, which a lot of us expats or diaspora who aspire to come back, but we're afraid to put our foot in. You know. And the people that are locals here that are afraid to try new things in case it might not work. You know, from an idea to to a super growth. Truly inspiring.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.